Ah, yung pinag-usapan kasi natin ngayon, correct me if I'm wrong, yung apprenticeship is after na mag-graduate sa senior high. Is that right, Yusek Torres? After na mag-graduate sa senior high, mag-apprentice sila doon sa mga company selected o participating company. Not necessarily.
It can be a choice. It can be a choice.
My
yes.
suggestion
Yes.
really, look at this, Yusek, kung pwede to. Ang suggestion kanina, sinabi ko, dapat habang nag-aaral sila sa senior high, maglaan ng ilang period, let's say 6 months before graduation, sila ay mag-apprentice sa isang company, chosen company, participating company, na pupunta sila doon and bibigyan silang konting allowance while training para after graduation, kukunin sila ng company na yon, magkakaroon sila ng guaranteed employment kasi sanay na sila dun sa patakaran, sistema ng company na yon. They'll be hired as full-time employees na. Hindi na kailan pa i-train kasi yung training period nila doon pa habang nag-aaral sila. So they'll receive full payment, at least minimum wage, and then at the same time full benefits. How's that?
Can be studied, Your Honor, and we can discuss this also with DepEd.
Isn't it? It's also happening right now. I mean, for example, Monarch. I remember Monarch is already committed to conduct trainings for senior high school students, and then they will. I'm not sure if that's happening right now. Is there anyone here who can attest to that, Your Honor?
Um, Your Honor, Monarch is also a partner of TESDA in this dual training system.
Let me be more specific. Yung sinasabi ni Senator Raffy, senior high ka na, hindi ka pa gumagraduate, you're still in senior high school, but you can actually do or part of your program when you choose the TVL track or whatever track you choose, pwede ka nang dumiretso dun sa company and pwede kang mag-apprentice. Nagagawa na ba ngayon? Yes, ma'am, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Just some information po. With regard to the requirement of our senior highs, it is called the work immersion, which is equivalent to 80 hours. Just 80 hours of being immersed in the actual work. But that's part of the requirement po for the completion of the senior high curriculum.
So, when they're doing that, work immersion ang tawag, nasa senior high sila, di ba?
Yes po.
When they graduate, or during the time when they are doing work immersion, are they being are they getting allowances or anything? No.
I'm not so sure, Your Honor, but as far as I know, because my granddaughter also went through the program, and at the work immersion, there's no allowance being provided for.
But then after the work immersion, yung binabanggit ni Sen. Raffy, nakakatuloy-tuloy ba sila na to be employed in that particular workplace where they are doing the work immersion?
No po. It's not always the case, Your Honor. Probably that would be between the agreement and the discretion of the employer.
One last thing no, before I give it back to Senator Raffy. Yung work immersion, how long is that?
80 hours, Your Honor.
80 hours. Okay.
Director, instead of 80 hours, ba't hindi natin habaan? Sabihin natin na maski wala ng allowance, with the guarantee na once nag-graduate na yung estudyante, nakatapos na siya doon sa work immersion, let's say 150 hours or 200 hours, then he or she is guaranteed employment in that company. And then that company will receive incentives from the government, tax break, etc. How's that? Para lang sa gayon. Kasi karamihan, ito nga yung kultura natin dito ngayon, Mr. Chair, which we have to correct through legislation, perhaps, I don't know. Lahat ng mga sa classified ads na naghahanap ng employee, palaging almost always must be college graduate. Dinidisregard na agad yung mga graduate ng senior high. Even parang clerk typist lang, receptionist lang, must be college graduate. This has to be changed. Na parang agad-agad discriminated agad itong mga graduates sa senior high.
Yes, Your Honor, we understand the wisdom of the good senator, but this is within the purview of the Department of Education and not of TESDA.
No, no, yeah, I know. Pero sabi ko nga siguro this is the way to change it is through legislation or maybe pagkatapos ng legislation magawa natin to the IRR. Kasi pansinin niyo po, kahit nasa Job Street, nakalagay doon, well, syempre, call yan ng company na nag-hire ng mga empleyado niya, sasabihin niyo kung anong gusto niya. Pero palagi na lang talaga, maski na yung typist lang, clerk typist, you must be a college graduate. Pag pumunta ka sa Amerika, there's no such thing na must be a college graduate. Sinasabi agad diretso kung anong requirement, anong responsibilities, anong experience ang kailangan. Hindi naka-specify doon kung kailangan mo college graduate o hindi. Maliban na lang kung ikaw engineer, architect, or nurse. Well, of course, nakalagay doon must have license in nursing, etc. Di ba? Yun yung sinasabi ko. Kung mapapansin niyo po, sa Amerika, 4.5% lamang ang unemployment rate ng senior high. Dito sa atin, hindi ko alam kung sinong totoo. Ayon sa Job Street, 57% ang employment for senior high graduates. Ang sabi ng DepEd, 10% lang. Alin po ang totoo? DepEd or Job Street?
Honor, may I clarify yung 57.7%? It is awareness lang of enterprises for hiring
Okay,
senior high.
thank you
So
for
hindi po siya
So
employment rate.
therefore, 10% lang ang nakakapagtrabaho ng mga senior high after graduation. Wow! So, marami sa kanila, it's either hindi natatanggap, so dumidiretso sa college or pupunta pa sa TESDA. So bakit pa tayo merong K-12? What is the reason why we still have this K-12? Di ba para after graduate nila sa senior high, magkakaroon sila employment, makakatulong sa kanilang family, etc. etc. Dito pala, pag nag-K-12 ka, only 10% of you guys that will graduate this year will get a job. And what is the DepEd doing about this?
Your Honor, may I share another set of information? Kasi last year, nung December 2022, we did a job fair for K-12. And may mga vacancies, about 9,000. And marami pong, 116 were hired. Basically as cashier, sales agent, and service crew. So what we're saying is, ito yung mga areas na pwede silang ma-hire. And those are some areas which we can enhance their competencies and skills kasi dun sila na-hire. Sa mga senior high school, graduates po, and job fair for senior high schools. And we intend to do the same this year, again, to do a job fair for senior high para malaman, marami pong vacancies for senior high.
Okay nga, ma'am. So, meron kayong ganong klaseng programa, which is very good.
Po.
So, meron kayong po for senior high job openings. Sabi niyo nga, 116 were hired. What happened to those that weren't hired?
Yung iba po kasing qualifications kailangan college graduate.
Okay.
Yung dun sa vacancies, kaya hindi sila na-hire.
I thought you said yung program ninyo, yung naghahanap kayo ng mga applicants for
Opo.
high school, for senior high graduates.
Marami po for senior high graduates, but meron ding mga vacancies na for college
Why don't you come up with a program exclusive lamang dun sa mga senior high graduates? How's that? To encourage companies na mag-hire ng mga senior high graduates na para mapakinabangan naman, hindi naman masayang yung mga graduates na ito na magkakaroon agad ng trabaho diretso after graduation. Like I said, 10% lamang ayon sa DepEd ang nagkakatrabaho. Whereas sa Amerika, kung titingnan niyo po yung mga classified as America, wala hong nakalagay doon must be college graduate. Wala. Dito lang sa atin sa Pilipinas kahit na typist lang, kahit na receptionist lang, must be college graduate. Hindi nga. Kung ikaw senior high, wala, matiturn off ka. So, ang ginagawa ng iba, magte-TESDA muna. O di kaya, aakyat sa koleyo. O di ba? Ano pang purpose na ba't meron pa tayong K-12? So, this is where DepEd siguro should come in. So, is that okay, ma'am? Come up with a program na
enhance our program for for
yung,
senior high.
at saka yung sinasabi ni Director na yung immersion program, haba-habaan na lang yun, yung gawin na lang natin para apprenticeship for let's say 3 months or 4 months, 5 months, parang training yun sa isang company with the guarantee na after sa immersion program na niyan, di ba, ah, pag-graduate niya, pasok na siya doon, regular pay with benefits. And that company who accepted that graduate from senior high, makakakuha ng incentive, government incentive, tax break, kung ano pa man. Or siguro ang computation niya, if the BIR is here, per employee na senior high na na-hire niya, meron siyang tax exemption doon, merong rate na bibilangin. Siguro that's one thing that you should talk with the
Also,
BIR.
meron po kaming yung government internship program na pwede din pong ma-training, ma-enhance yung skills ng ating mga senior high schools. Pwede sila din pumasok dito sa government
After graduation.
after graduation po para
No, ma'am. Ang gusto ko na
Ah,
pag-graduate nila, may trabaho na sila. Kasi
Okay.
karamihan sa mga magulang, nag-expect na anak, pag-graduate mo anak, tulungan mo naman itong kapatid mo, pag-graduate mo anak, gusto ko makabili tayo ng ganito. Huwag na po yung magte-training pa rin sila. Parang, di ba? At saka isa pa kung mapapansin nyo, Mr. Chair, tingnan mo yung curriculum sa K-12, yung sa mga senior high. Pagdating ng first year college, halos pareho lang yung mga subjects. Pareho lang halos. Kaya nga, dapat pagka-graduate nila sa senior high, matik, meron silang trabaho. Yun po yung gusto ko sana mangyari. Para, kumbaga, mababaan natin yung percentage ng unemployed na mga graduate senior high, bawasan natin yung percentage na aakyat pa sila sa koleyo. Kasi naman purpose ng K-12. Kasi sinasabi natin, we have to compete globally. Of course, naintindihan ko yan. Pero the difference is, ibang kultura natin dito, ibang kultura sa ibang bansa. Dito kasi dinidiscriminate pag hindi ka graduate ng college. It's a fact because I'm not a graduate of college. I've been discriminated against many times just because wala akong diploma. Ganon dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Well, what we can do is nandiyan po kayo sa DepEd, nandiyan kayo sa TESDA, kung sino-sino mga otoridad dito, to change that kind of culture and help those people na hindi nakapag-graduate, especially yung sa senior high. Okay? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Chair.